Well, good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, August the 11th, and it's my pleasure to bring the most recent update from the City of Belleville as we deal with the COVID-19 virus outbreak. And today I'm actually in Council Chambers, in the gallery section of Council Chambers. We have had to have someone at the front door, and so we had to move this model of Belleville City Hall. This model was built in 1986 as an example of what the renovation of the then City Hall would occur. We actually added 2 stories to City Hall and created not just the 4th floor where the City Council chambers are, but also we had a newly designed 2nd floor with a bunch of space for staff, also a 3rd floor with office space and meeting space, and then we have the 4th floor where my office is as mayor, but also City Council chambers. Our communication staff are up here, and the CAO, the top bureaucrat for the city, is up here as well. And this is all because Bill White had the vision to be able to keep the important historical attributes of the City Council or City Hall building at that time and do it here. And he won awards for it. We won awards for that. Mr. White is also being involved, or he's given us his opinion as to the City Council chamber renovations that we'll be doing later this fall, and he gave us the thumbs up. So that's a great idea. Yesterday, or earlier today, the results came out from the Hastings and Prince Edward Health Unit. We had over 19,290 tests that have been done since the beginning of COVID, and we only have had now 44 lab confirmed cases. So we're stable at that number, and that is excellent news. And it's only because of the hard work of residents that we have got those numbers. So thank you very much. I'm so proud to be the mayor of a community that has been taking this so seriously and doing so well. Yesterday we had a City Council meeting, and amongst a number of things that happened there, we had a presentation from EORN, Eastern Ontario Regional Network, regarding cell gap coverage as well as broadband internet upgrades. So a lot of parts of the city of Belleville are in what we would consider to be rural areas of the city, and they don't have the same quality of internet and cell phone coverage that we do in other parts of the city. So we as a municipality have banded with other municipalities in Eastern Ontario to create this group called EORN, and their job is to improve that. And so we got an update yesterday of where they're at, when they think that there'll be some construction on new cell phone towers as well as this broadband internet that I'm speaking of, and we were happy to get that information. We know it is urgent, and we know that there are a number of residents, particularly with COVID, that have their children learning at home or they're having to work from home, and then the self-service and the internet is just not up to snuff. And so we are working as fast as we can. The City of Belleville is investing over $600,000 in this project, along with other municipalities. Totally, I think a $30 million investment on the part of cities for an area that is not part of our traditional responsibilities, but we understand just how important this is for our residents and for our economy, and we're doing so. I also was able yesterday to talk about some announcements. Free transit service that we've had in place since March the 16th. Free transit continues until the end of September. So once we get out of August, you'll have free transit for the entire month of September. I was also able to announce that we are opening 1 ice pad at the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center starting on September the 14th. And so we're now reaching out to user groups to take bookings. We are giving priority to youth for hockey and for skating, but we are opening the first ice pad on September the 14th with the safety protocols in place. And then depending on how things go, our plan is to open a 2nd ice pad as well as the pool on September the 28th. So when I say depending how things go, I know a lot of people are anxious about school going back in, and we're going to see how that all goes in terms of if we do see increased cases or if it's stable, and that will allow us to roll out those programs. Again, I ask everyone to be patient and understanding. We've never done this before, and we're working our way through it as best we can, but I appreciate everyone's cooperation. The other thing I announced yesterday, which I was really excited about, is that effective August the 1st, we have allowed outdoor events in the city of Belleville again. So people can rent our outdoor parks or outdoor not playgrounds, but our band shell, and they can have events, provided they are under that maximum 100-person cap for outdoor activities. And I want to congratulate Rick Somerville and the Quinte Fishing Series. They were the first ones to reach out to us, and I'm looking forward to their fishing tournament later this month. Murray Angus, resident of Belleville in Thurlow Ward, was appointed to the Belleville Police Service Board. He is provincial appointment nominated by the provincial government. He replaces former councillor Tom Lafferty, who was on there before, and Murray Angus joins myself and Councillor Kelly McCaw as City Council reps on the Police Service Board. We have Jack Miller, who is a city appointee, a member of the public. Of course, Jack was a former Belleville City Councillor. And then we also have Heather Smith, who is a resident of Belleville, and she is on the Police Service Board as a provincial appointee as well. So there's a 5-person board. We're now back up to full strength, and we want to welcome Mr. Angus to the board, and we want to thank everybody that served in those positions before. The last thing I want to talk about today was also another piece of good news that came out of yesterday's council meeting. We approved the tender for the demolition of the former Hillcrest School on the east end of Belleville. The Hillcrest community area is where we moved the Belleville Lawn Bowling Club from Sydney Street and Bridge Street west to just off Center Street at the Hillcrest facility. Now that we've been able to purchase the former school from the school board, we're now able to start looking at what we're going to do there. And so stay tuned. Later this fall, we are going to have a public information center where we can get some feedback from residents about some potential recreation uses. We want to make sure that's a community asset that can be used. And there'll be more information coming later this fall. But I just wanted to talk about the fact that an important step along that way, the demolition of the former Hillcrest School, is occurring, and we gave that contract yesterday, and we're looking forward to that work being done. Again, thank you very much for your hard work dealing with COVID-19, and we're not out of the woods yet. So it's important for you to remember to wash your hands when you can, to maintain social distancing, to wear a mask when you go indoors. We're doing really, really well, but as I said, we're not out of the woods yet. If you have any questions for me or any comments, you can contact me through my Facebook page, but you can also call me at my City Hall office. And then if you go to the city's website, the new ones that we have just released last week, you'll have contact information for both myself, all members of council. We always look forward to hearing from residents, and I hope that you stay safe and stay healthy and enjoy the next couple of days. The last thing I should say before I sign off, and it's very important, is that there is going to be warm temperatures this week. So we have activated the cooling center at the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. Today, which is Tuesday, August the 11th, but also for the rest of this week. So the cooling center will be open right through till Friday. And I know there are a number of people in Belleville who don't have air conditioning. I really encourage you to do it. You can take free transit up to the Quinte Sports and Wellness Center where that facility operates. And you can also, there's plenty of parking. But it's important to go. Hot temperatures really can cause health issues, and we want you to take care of yourself as we deal with this next little bit of quite a hot spell. Thank you very much. I look forward to being in touch with you in a couple of more days.